I read it the first time with a very broad perspective of just wanting to read it without looking at the specific character that I was auditioning for or any other thing other than an audience perspective. How is this as a real script? And I loved it. And then I read it the second time. And the second time I read it through the eyes of the character of Erin and with myself, visualizing myself in that role. And so in reading it, how would this actually look in bringing it to life if I was to play this character? And I started having these amazing visions where it just, I had all these ideas of exactly the way that I wanted to play this girl. And I really felt like I had understood what Simon Barrett was trying to get forth in the character traits of this girl, what he did want, what he didn't want, and I completely was in agreement of everything, and they were the same choices that I had seen when I read the script. So in coming and auditioning for the movie, I luckily had, I think, the right take on what they wanted, and then I was fortunate enough to be blessed with this role, and it really is a blessing because it was the exact type of role that I was after. I grew up watching horror movies, so I'm, you know, one of the audience members that are, I'm predicting this is going to happen, and you can see where someone's going to get scared and you know what's coming, and then also working in the business, you really see what's coming and it all just becomes very predictable. And the only reason a horror movie ever works is when it's unpredictable and people really are scared and really are living, you know, this moment. And that is all the parts that You're Next has. And I think it's set up very, very well in the sense that maybe for the first sort of, you know, 20 minutes of the movie when you just sort of, we're warming the audience up into it, there's so many moments of humor that you kind of sit there, and I did sit there myself even when we were shooting the movie, and I said to Nick Tucci, are we shooting a horror or a comedy?
There's something really scary about those animal masks.
Yeah.
I mean, those are spooky.
I know. I love them. I wear them around just for fun.
No, get out.
Yeah, just to scare people. I got on my last flight from Australia back to LA on Qantas Airlines, and I walked on the airline with the mask on.
Did people freak out?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was hysterical. Like, and you know, Qantas, you're next. It's great because, you know, I think that every iconic, true iconic horror movie has a gimmick. Mm-hmm. And ours is our masks. You know, the Scream mask, you only have to take one look at it and know that's Scream. You know, Halloween, same. It's just, if you have a great mask, you know, there's just something freaky about killers that have masks on, and I just love the fact that ours were chosen to be these masks that basically anybody could have bought at a $2 toy store for kids. They've been spray painted in their backyard. You know, they're just simple masks that look pretty terrifying. It's kind of a dream to work with a writer and a director that actually don't just treat the audience as they don't treat the audience as stupid. They don't treat the actors as stupid either. We are all given the same respect on a set with how much we're wanting to put into our character choices and how much of our personalities and we want to bring out into these characters. Both Adam and Simon were incredibly collaborative. This was a massive family team production, and I would be so honoured to work with both of them together again because we're like a family now.